Hello y'all, I'm back with another book review. So I finished The Last in the Dark Artifacts, The Queen of Air and Darkness. So I have quite a few qualms with this book. My number one qualm is the promotion of thruples. And I'm more conservative, so take it as you will. But I think promoting a thruple is not good for a children's development, because I mean the people that usually read this age are like from what, 13 to 17, and you're just finding who you are. And I think having your identity soaked up into a throuple is kind of a weird thing, and I just don't agree with it at all, because I think it should be with one person. Your life mate should be with one person and not two other people, because it's, I mean, I don't know, each one to each their own, but I just do not agree with it, and I don't think that's right kind of to promote that in children's books or teenage books, because you're just finding who you are and who you want to be in the world. And I think that's probably my biggest hatred about this book, because it was also dark, of course, because I think these dark artifact ones are just more dark. But I think that probably is my biggest qualm with this whole thing. And it kind of like took over the story, for my mind at least, and I got distracted by it, and I'm like, really? Are they really gonna do that? Like, oh my goodness, like what? Oh my gosh. And I think another thing that really frustrates me is Diana's character in general. She kind of is more flippant, but I think one of her things that irritates me, I'm like, you believe in angels, but you don't believe in God. So to me, I think it's one and one. Like, if you're going to believe anything, you believe everything. And so, I don't know. It just really rubbed me the wrong way, the way her character about God, and like, she's like, I barely even believe in the angels. And I'm like, well, you have angel blood and you have all this magical power. Like, how can you not believe? But you also believe in demons, but you don't, like, I don't know. She's just an annoying character to me as well. But other than that, it ended so well. It had a little tidy bow. I love my bows on my ending of books, especially a series where it's like nice and neat and sweet and kind, and like, oh, it just made me so happy. And it made all of the drama of the second book, of where they're like parabatai and they're gonna like burn up in fire, and like I loved it. And I actually, they did a thing where this is a little bit of a spoiler, but they traveled to an alternate dimension. And typically I'm not a big fan, because it's more of like, well, I don't know, that's not always my favorite thing. Because I feel sometimes it's a cop-out, and right now, specifically in the Marvel world, it kind of feels like it's a cop-out for a lot of stuff. But so it's kind of not my favorite thing. But the way that she did it, I kind of loved it, because she's like, there's just one pivotal moment in time that changed everything throughout history. And I think that was such a kind of, I don't know, the story and the whole meaning behind that to me is like, there's just one moment in time that could change everything. And like, being conscious of your actions and knowing why you're doing stuff is so important. But of course, she's such a detailed writer, and she's very good at telling her stories and like having like a reason for everything. And I'm just like, oh, that's why that happened in that book. Oh, that's why that happened in that book. And like, everything like always comes together and ties like in an end. And for some reason, I thought this was going to be the last series. But then I was like doing my research and looking at my other ones, and I was like, oh, she still has more. And I'm like, well, looks like I'm not done yet. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this review, and you all have a great day.